What if I told you that dwelling on the past is making you more sensitive to pain, is affecting your relationships, and is even affecting your overall health? We all have dwelled on the past at some point in our lives, and the reason is simple. We all have a past. Now, when I tell these people, they look at me funny, but trust me, I'll explain. Inside our past, there are bad decisions that we have made, or poor choices that we have made, and we all wish that we can go back and undo what has already been done. It is this regret that makes us think about our past over and over and over again. We sit there reminiscing on these negative past experiences of ours and don't realize how something that has already been done is still affecting us today, even if it's something that happened decades ago or longer, or maybe it just happened a week ago or even yesterday. But the bottom line is, it's still affecting us today. During high school, I made AB honor roll for the most part. I had a GPA that was always around 3.7, and I was a part of the National Honor Society. I worked really, really hard to make sure I took honor classes, and also worked really hard to make sure I had everything I needed before I headed into college. But once I graduated, did I go to college? No. I stuck with the band that I was in from high school. It ended up not going anywhere. We just ended up breaking up a year later. I guess it was safe to say that I was hoping to be some sort of rock star, but that didn't happen. So all that preparing for college went to waste. And in that time, I missed out on a Bright Future scholarship that would have guaranteed me a free ride through college and could have helped me have a smooth ride through college as well. I wouldn't have to worry about working full time. I could focus on my schoolwork. I could get better grades and have a lot more time. Now don't get me wrong, being in the band isn't something I wish I didn't get involved with. It was the fact that I didn't strive to get that scholarship and go ahead and start college right after high school. That way I could have an easier ride through college financially. But instead of that easy ride, I work a full-time job now. Go to school full-time. Any person who's ever went to college knows that time and money is something I don't have a lot of nowadays. I'm always on the go, and it seems that time never seems to be on my side, and sleep just doesn't seem like an option sometimes. There are times now where I'll be working really hard at work, and I know I'm not getting out till late, just to come home and do homework till 2 in the morning. These are the times where I dwell on my past. I find myself asking myself, why didn't I just get that scholarship? Why didn't I go to college right after high school? Why did I let the band distract me? And so on. It was this dwelling that made me start thinking of excuses to why I didn't make the grade I want, or why I never had time to do anything, just work in school all the time. When in all reality, I was wasting more time dwelling on these thoughts other than using that time to do things that I was complaining about. And once you start to think about it, I was blaming it all on a decision that I made close to 6 years ago. It's silly once you actually think about it. A decision that I made as a young adult, in which I probably wasn't even mature enough to make a good decision at that time, was still affecting me today. But that's what we do. We sit on these thoughts, trying to find clarity and some answers. And some do, but others don't. When we get stuck in this negative, and it kind of makes you withdraw from reality while you try to figure things out. And in turn, it makes us find ways not to do things, like start saving money, start losing weight, or start meeting people so that we can date again. Instead, we allow our past mistakes to affect the way we want to live now, and that's not healthy for any one of us. And there's proof. There have actually been studies where analysts have found that people who dwell on past negative experiences tend to live a poor quality of life and have worse health than others, than those who learn from their past and plan for the future. So this dwelling that we're all guilty of can actually affect our health. Now, there are some things from our past that are hard to let go, that could be bigger than just a bad decision. Maybe you lost a loved one, or something else has happened to you to that extent. Well, there are ways to deal with these things as well, so it doesn't have to affect your everyday life. What you want to do is try setting some time aside to find yourself, if you find yourself dwelling on the past, for later on that day. Or maybe try being optimistic about why your past has happened the way it did. This way you won't allow the past to waste away every moment of your life. But in all reality, we all must adopt a way to deal with dwelling and learn to leave the past behind us because it has no business here with you now. If you continue to keep on dwelling on the past, then you're limiting yourself. You're allowing yourself not to move forward, and we must all move forward. Don't let a really bad relationship stop you from dating again. Don't let a failed business stop you from starting a new one. Don't let your past be an excuse for why you're not doing anything today, because it will be a dead end every time. What we all must realize is bad things happen in this world, either because we make poor decisions or because of some unknown reason that no one can explain. We can't continue to dwell on these things because they are not helping us, but hurting us in so many ways. So what I want to leave with you today is, don't get comfortable in the past, but instead, get ready for the future. If you find yourself getting comfortable, then ask yourself, why do I keep spending my time looking back when there is so much more to look forward to? Thank you.